Congratulations to Utah State. Again, just a program that we've got a lot of respect for. You obviously saw what they're capable of in that third set. Good, dangerous team. We knew that and prepared accordingly. And proud of our group for how we played the serve receive game. Thought we were really clean and applied a lot of pressure, which helped us out a lot. And then in the third set, I just thought there was some determination to chase down a good team, right? Down big in the third, and a lot of credit to the two people sitting next to me for both their determination and their leadership, and then their play to do some nice things there in that third set and not allow it to go to a fourth. So, proud of that. We showed a lot of what we've been known for here late in the season, and looking forward to coaching these guys another day.
I think one of the feeling of that match was that the service pressure was at a really high level. Not just the aces, but just continually keeping them from getting into any kind of rhythm offensively. Did that feel that way to you, and was that something that you felt you could take advantage of?
We think very highly of them as a serving team, right? And so we just thought the course of this match could be dictated by what happens in serve receive. So certainly a big focus for us, first focus for us, I'd say, in this match. And where we served, the order we served in, who we served, every little detail. And I thought the players executed at a really, really high level.
Kylie, I know you've talked a lot about getting that back row defense and helping, being not just for your own play, but getting everybody feeling supported and in a good place there. First set, I think you had one reception error on an ace that kind of dipped behind you. Mm-hmm. For the bulk of that match, it seemed like your team was passing really well.
Yeah.
Just talk about the development there and getting to put it on display at a moment like this.
Yeah, we work every single day in passing. We come hours early, and we just pass balls and balls and balls, and I think it showed tonight that we were putting in the hard work. So.
And Lydia, first tournament match.
Yeah.
You were a little bit of everywhere, right? You had some aces, kills. I think you led the team high, I believe, 10 kills, if I'm correct. Mm-hmm. I think I'm correct. Just talk about the experience and how it maybe matched, or what it was like for you as a player.
Yeah, it was really fun. I think our team came together really well. I was obviously really excited for this match. We were also making sure we were really good on our scouting report against Utah State because, like Coach Keaton said earlier, they're a really good team. They're good serving. They're really fast offense. So we're just focusing on ourselves and what we can do to play our game instead of trying to play someone else's game because we don't know how to play that. So we were just focusing on ourselves, what we can do, believing in each other, and talking to each other.
You'll have a potential rematch coming up tomorrow. How does that change your mentality going into the next game?
I'm excited. Yeah. I'm pumped.
I agree with that. I'm really excited too. Creighton's obviously a really good team. We saw them a few months ago, and we're really excited to see them again tomorrow.
For any of you ended the match on an 8-1 run. What did you guys do to kind of turn the tide and get things back in your favor?
Yeah, I remember we called a timeout. We were down a few, and I just remember looking at everybody, and I was like, we're winning this set. And then I went back to the service line, and I was back there, and I physically remember being like, I'm going on a run here. Like, I'm not doing this anymore. So, I think it was just a mindset, and we fought to the end. And we showed people what we can get out of.
Yeah, I agree. Kylie's always a leader in our determination. So kind of just... we called that timeout. We said we're winning this set. We fought so hard to be here. This is not the time to give up points or anything. We really had to fight for it and pull together at the end.
It was sort of an interesting match in that, you had the second set felt like it was a really high level, like a different level of dominance. The first set it was back and forth. It started just kind of everybody trading points almost for the first 12. I feel like the first 24 points of the match. Third set they bring some pressure. So did this feel like you showing your highest level, or was this like somewhere of just showing certain elements of your game that can get you a win even against a really good team in the first round?
Yeah, just part of who we are, right? We talked about, hey, our serving can break things open. Our defensive pressure, right? Holding your opponent under 103 sets in a row is a big deal. I think we were actually being outblocked maybe 5-1 in the first set, and by the end we finished with 12 blocks. They finished with 8. So again, you saw bits and pieces of who we are. You certainly didn't see all of us, and it's going to take, I think a match tomorrow. It's going to require more of us than we showed tonight, and I know that we're capable of doing it right at this point.
How important was it for you to control the net, especially as the sets went on?
Yeah, very important. I'm not up there, but we talked about it all week and how we need to be over, and they run a fast offense, and so we worked on it, and I thought our blockers showed up tonight.
I agree. We've been working really hard all week just figuring out how to block against such a fast offense and such consistency and everything. And so I think we're just focusing on staying together, and if we get tooled, then you just have to move on. You can't change it. It's in the past, so just keep moving forward.
I'm just absolutely proud of this group. Just an unbelievable team. So proud of these 3 seniors and the rest of our seniors and all that they've accomplished. Man, they work so hard and they care about each other and they just do it the right way. Certainly hats off to Minnesota. They played a great match and their physicality presented us with problems that we don't always have to answer and don't always see, and didn't answer them in enough ways that we needed to. But hats off to Keegan, obviously a well-coached team. That whole coaching staff does a phenomenal job, and they're talented and deep and play really hard. And I'm proud of the way that we defended them and battled. And looking at the stats, they only killed 2 more balls than us. Just maybe struggled a little bit in serve receive early, but gave them all we could late. So again, proud of our group and how we battled, and a lot to be proud of from this year.
Can you all talk about that? Third set was such a showcase for what you're capable of, and it felt like even the first set too. The first 24 points or so was back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. When you're playing a match like that and it comes down to maybe little moments, what are you seeing on the court? What did it feel like? Was sort of maybe the difference in those tight moments.
Yeah, I would say one thing that we just kept saying was like we just want to leave this match with no regrets, and we just wanted to come out swinging, and I feel like we did that, and it was super noticeable in the first set and the third set. And we have 7 seniors on this team, and like I said, we just wanted to play with no regrets because this could be people's last game.
Yeah, that really fueled us. Love playing with these girls. I'm gonna miss playing with them. We have like 3 grad students, 4 seniors, so we were like, let's ball out. Let's try our best. Let's give them what we got. They play against probably like 5 top or most of the top 10 teams in the country, and we only get to see them maybe in preseason sometimes. So we wanted to show what the Mountain West was about, and I think we accomplished that.
I think one of the things that I know you all have such a strong service game, and Minnesota had parts of their season where that was a weakness for them. It did seem like in this match, especially early, that they had their game where they probably wanted it to be. Did that create any problems for you? And it was like, maybe the aces aren't getting down, or you're not getting them out of system quite as much. Was that something that you noticed, that their serve receive was maybe more effective than it had been at other points?
Yeah, I definitely noticed it. They're such a great team. They definitely stepped it up serve receive wise too. And with us, they were serving great. Those balls are really hard to pass. But honestly, when it comes down to that, most of the time we're just like, let's just play, So we just wanted to. It's like, okay, if we can't get a good pass, let's get a decent pass. Let's get it high. Let's get it so someone else can touch it. But yeah.
That showed in the rallies too. There were so many fantastic rallies in that match where it felt like it wasn't just about clean touches and in-system offense, but it was like, we're going to grind and fight through these moments. Is that sort of part of the identity that you like to leave as 3 seniors on this team?
100%. Yeah, I feel like at practice this week, Rob was very big on we're going to serve tough, and I feel like we did serve tough, but they responded, and us passing, it just comes from a higher point. We don't see that much in the Mountain West, but I feel like we adjusted, and when we got aced, I feel like we were pretty good, mentally and high-fiving each other, and I feel like we responded really well, and I feel like you couldn't see on anyone's face that we were defeated.
Coach, can you just explain a little bit about what you said to the team after this match?
Oh, we haven't talked yet, actually, so just taking a minute to process. But
okay.
I think just that, we're proud of them, and again, you're just presented with some different problems. And so you talked about early in that match, I thought we came out fearlessly, exactly how we wanted, took some big-time swings, we played fast, played aggressively, and I thought they made a number of plays in areas where normally we kill some of those balls, and then we start to press a little bit, and then they went on a little bit of a service run, and so kind of the combination of those things, a team that makes it really tough on you to side out, create some small windows for us as attackers. And then when, some of our go-to shots and plays weren't falling for us, I thought that was, maybe where you struggle and you try and do too much. And then we gave them a few too many points, at the end of the first, and then through the second. But then again, proud of how they responded. Especially Tatum. She again wasn't killing the ball out of the gate, but had a fantastic third set. And I think we really got to see, our team showcase what they're capable of. And unfortunately, didn't make enough plays at the end. But really just proud of our group.
Yeah, and like backpacking off of Rob, like obviously we only have 3 people here out of everyone on our team, but we have a super deep depth, and we had a bunch of people come off the bench. We had a libero switch, and I feel like everyone performed really well, and I feel like we responded really well. And like Minnesota, they didn't do anything different than what we expected them to do, and it's a bigger block than we see, and like there is a lot harder serves, but I feel like everyone I feel like we played together and fearless even when we did make mistakes, and so I'm super proud of everyone and all 17 of us.
Good?
Yeah.
Good. Thank you. Ladies, congratulations. on
Thank
that.
you.
That's
Oh.
great.
We have Jason.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have any questions left?
Yeah, I mean, I heard part of it, so I apologize if some of this has been repeated. And I followed all live stats. I don't have ESPN Plus, so I apologize if this is repeat stuff. But I just wanted to ask Coach Nelson, I mean, basically the match was just kind of decided by big runs in each set. They went on big surges in each set. So I guess since I didn't get to see it, what ultimately do you feel you needed to do a little bit differently to mitigate some of the damage from those surges?
Yeah, we needed to kill more balls. That's been a hallmark of our team throughout the course of the year. We only killed 7 in that first set, and so just didn't score enough points. And again, hats off to Minnesota. I think they defended us in a lot of different places really well. Certainly, that libero made a ton of plays and just spectacular plays. Kind of fearlessly filling in gaps, and once you're not killing the ball, you get into these, big time moments. I think we pressed a little bit and hit a few too many balls out of bounds. And so you can't kind of combine that tough serving, giving up a few points in serve receive, and then giving away a few too many points in attack. And, that's how runs are made.
Are you okay? Can I ask you a couple more questions?
Sure.
All right, awesome. I didn't see it, so I didn't really get to see. But they had a fair amount of aces and they had a fair amount of blocks. Was it a different level of serve and maybe a bigger block than what you normally see, what you see both in the preseason and in a Mountain West play?
Yeah, certainly. I think it's what we saw in the non-conference slate from a number of teams, and that was kind of the thing that we were trying to figure out early on in the season. Playing against physical teams, I thought we did a nice job killing the ball, but again, because you're trying to squeeze it through smaller windows, made a few too many errors in the preseason and the non-conference slate in some of those matches against big-time teams. And so, and then just from the service line, it's coming from a little bit different of a launch point, and so picking up on some of the balls that drop off the table, I thought is mostly where they hurt it. It wasn't with balls that they kind of bombed through. It was things that kind of dropped in front of us. And so again, just trying to see, different sidelines and solve different problems. Doing that on the fly in big time moments is, tough. But again, I'm proud of the way our group battled.
Of course, I have to ask you. I mean, the program was was kind of in dire straits when you inherited it, and it's been. I mean, you guys have completely turned this around. The past 3 seasons have been special. One of the best stretches in the history of Utah State volleyball. So, just tell me how special have these last seasons been for you, and how much of these girls, especially these women, especially these seniors, left a lasting legacy on the program?
Yeah, I mean, we say it all the time. The players are the magic, and you know, you got players like Tatum Stahl and Shelby Capion and Kennedy Boyd come through, and obviously all the other, you know, seniors, and just the way that they've worked and the way that they've bought in. This is an unbelievably special group, and you know, so proud of the way that they've represented our school and represented themselves and represented our team, and you know, established a legacy that man, we hope that we can continue and build on. And so just can't say enough about this group and what they've meant to, you know, our program and our school and all that we're trying to build in Logan.
One last thing, I did want to ask you about Shelby. I'm pretty sure she was the only player in this match that had a double-double. What did you see from her today that allowed her to be so successful on this stage?
We say Shelby's a wizard, and just absolutely fearless in big-time moments. You know, playing with range and you know, playing with you know, great vision. I thought we saw that from our other players. You know, sometimes the ball doesn't bounce your way, but certainly Shelby just you know, had a great match from the get-go and was able to score in a lot of different ways, and passed the ball really well, served the ball really well. She's an absolute winner, as is the rest of this crew. So yeah, just certainly so proud of her and her efforts and what she brings to the table.